I am super, I am crazy, I am super crazy. Bruce the Barber Beefcake here.
This is Carlito.
The legend of Sandman.
This is the Outcast Shannon Moore.
Be sure you don't miss JRM Action Figures right on YouTube, brother.
I'm chilling here tonight in lovely Florida with my boy Jesus.
You want to get hardcore? You want to get extreme? Well, why don't you do it on YouTube, dude, and put on JRM Action Figures.
Watch JRM Action Figures because that's cool.
Hello everyone, how you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode on this podcast, JRM Arcades, Gaming and Figure. And today's the Wrestlemania edition. And I have my good buddy here, my Wrestlemania tag team partner, Mr. Sean Lewis. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, brother?
Oh man, we here. And how many years now have we watched WrestleMania together?
Oh man, I want to say the first one was 2016 or 15.
Okay, so
maybe right around there.
about 6-7 years.
Yeah.
Wow, it's become a family tradition, right?
It has. I love it.
Yes. And every year it used to be one day.
Yeah.
And now that it's 2 days, now we get to split.
Yeah.
There was 1 year we didn't watch together when I went to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That was the 1 year in Tampa.
I was so
COVID
jealous. I was so jealous.
I'm so jealous this year, all these people going, you know?
I know, it's going to be crazy.
I'm jealous about what you're wearing. Talk to us about what you got on today.
All right, I got my Cody Rhodes shirt on. I'm ready to see him take down the bloodline.
All right, what about the hat? What about the hat?
Well, Hulkamania, running wild forever.
Right. I got the Rey Mysterio here, the shirt. And we are excited because we are wrestling fans, you know. Deep down, that's what we are. And we really enjoy watching this. And I think it's going to be a great WrestleMania, a 2-day event. And today we're going to go over our predictions.
Yeah.
And for what I saw, I'm looking at Bleacher Report, and apparently they already set up each night, the cards for each night. So
that's cool.
This is according to Bleacher Report. So let's go down the card, and what we're going to say is who we think is going to win and why. Okay? So they're going to start. The first match of the night is going to be United States Championship. Austin Theory defending against John Cena. Talk to me.
Well, we were just talking about this and how much I cannot stand him, which means he's doing a good job. I think that there's no reason why he should win, but if they're trying to get Cena to flip him to win him over, that could be the angle they're going.
So which way are you going? Is it Cena or Austin?
My heart wants Austin, but I think practicality.
So your heart wants Cena, you mean?
My heart wants Cena.
Okay.
But my brain's telling me Theory. So I'm going to go with John Cena, thinking I could be disappointed, but I'm going to go with Cena because I love Cena.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Austin Theory. I think they're setting him up with John Cena. They're setting a match between together. It's a United States Championship match. I don't see John Cena staying here the whole summer.
Yeah.
So the only way that I see John Cena win is by a count out, like Austin Theory just walks away or something like that.
Right.
But I don't see John Cena winning the match because that means he'll have to be there for some weeks or months. So even one night, if he loses the title, on Monday.
So if he wins, it would be by disqualification, which means he wouldn't get the title anyway.
Yeah, I think Theory will win. I think that's what it's setting up. I think this WrestleMania is all about setting up the new faces of WWE and letting the old guard go. I think that's what Triple H is focused on. A lot of the guys from NXT are now in the main roster, and I think he's trying to push them. So I'm gonna go with Austin Theory. I think it's what's best for business because he's gonna be the guy sticking around. All right, so we also have the 4-way tag team match, the male tag team match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, I got a little cough today, but I'm fine. There's no COVID, nothing like that. So, who you got?
I'm going Braun Strowman and Ricochet. I've loved Braun Strowman. I was so stoked to have him back on the main roster, and I've liked Ricochet before they joined, but I kind of like what what is it, Bro KO or whatever?
RK Bro?
RK Bro. Kind of like what they had going on, how they build each other up and feed off of it. I like what they're bringing to the table.
Okay. And I really like Braun Strowman and Ricochet. I hope they push him, but I'm going to go with Street Profits on this one. I don't think it's going to be Alpha Academy that's setting them up to break up, and I hate it because, honestly, Alpha Academy might be my favorite tag team WWE right now.
I can't stand them.
Well, that's the reason.
I know.
Shoosh.
Dude,
Chad Gable is doing the best work of his life.
Yeah.
So that's why I like him. And I just, my God.
But it squashes Otis's I liked Otis before. He brought so much more of himself in because he's a funny guy.
But that's what, exactly, but that's the way people look at you as a funny guy. You don't see a funny big guy ever being a world champion.
Yeah.
So why you think he won Money in the Bank but then took it away from him?
Right.
You know? So I don't think they see what we might see. We see Brodus as a funny guy, but I don't see Brodus as a Bam Bam Bigelow. And Bam Bam Bigelow was never a champion, but he mainly went to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So,
I see what you're saying.
I like Chad Gable a lot. I think Chad Gable is reminding me every day of a young Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle used to be very funny.
Yeah.
You know? So I think this, but I think the Street Profits are due.
They are.
So maybe the Street Profits or the Viking Raiders. It's so hard.
Viking Raiders would be the upset, I think. But yeah, I think the Street Profits.
I think Alpha Academy will be the upset.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, even though they're my favorite team on all of them.
But they have preluding to them breaking up.
Yeah, so that's why. But I would say Street Profits. I don't think they're gonna keep Braun and Ricochet down much longer together. So
yeah,
I wish they do because they even got the ball head and everything.
I like it, man.
They look
I
great.
like the way he can get Ricochet even faster into his moves and sets. It's great.
Right. So now let's get personal. Father versus son. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic.
Oh, man. I don't like the storyline. I don't like anything about it. I
like
haven't liked Dominic's character. Not even that I don't like his... I don't believe it. I don't buy it. I don't believe it. There's so many times at the beginning of the whole gimmick where he was breaking character with his smiles and they had to get him to wear the bandana and the whole jail thing. I just don't like it. I want to see Rey Mysterio wipe the floor with him. Booyaka, booyaka!
So you got Rey Mysterio. Listen, it's funny because at first I was not digging Dominic. Like you. I was not digging it. But I see, ever since he joined Judgment Day, and he has started feeling comfortable with him. They pair him up with Rhea Ripley, which is being really good for him. Mommy, shout out to Mommy. That Dominic has found himself, I think. And I think that jail thing is actually funny.
It's funny, but...
It's funny, and it's part of his character. When you look at Dominic, and I'm not saying I can because I'm a punk, but he's like a guy that anybody can slap around.
Yeah.
Right? Compared to the other guys, because he's skinnier, than the other guys, and he's gonna build those muscles. It takes time, but then he acted like I came out of prison, all that stuff, and he has the blood in, blood out movie.
I know, but I've seen it done so much better.
But he's supposed to be funny. Rhea's supposed to be the one that you believe in,
right?
And Dominic's supposed to be doing all the talk,
Right? Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Dominic.
Okay. Wow.
I think his dad's gonna put him over.
Now, I did see something on Sportskeeda or one of those that he could be retiring.
Yeah, well, he's going to the Hall of Fame now.
Yeah,
so I
that
think
could be the move.
I think if he's gonna put he's been putting so many people over, and I think if he's gonna put anybody over, it's gonna be his son. So, I don't know.
Yeah, but would they put him over and him still stay a heel, or?
Yeah. Dominic has to stay heel.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like him as a face right now. Yeah. And when The Rock started, and he was a good guy, people didn't like him.
You're right.
When he became a heel, people were doing the same thing they do with Dominic. They started falling over him. And then when he became a face, and you might say I'm thinking crazy, but do not be surprised in some years from now, Dominic is the man there. Wow. Once he builds his body up and everything. and people start liking him, I think they're pushing him. If you see how the Judgment Day is built, it's supposed to be about Finn Balor, but it's more about Rhea Ripley and Dominic.
You're right.
So, and we'll talk about Finn Balor a little later. So, let's move to the next match here. Ooh. Six-woman tag team match. Becky Lynch, Lita and Trish Stratus versus Damage Control. Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky.
You want to take the first on this?
Yeah. I can do that. I'm gonna go with Trish, Lita, and Becky.
That's it. That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna go with them. I think that Damage Control, they're also setting up for them to break up.
Yeah.
And I heard this before in another YouTube video that I watched. There's been talk about Trish Stratus turning heel, so the only way that Damage Control will win if Trish turns heel, they started planting that when they were in Canada, she went to the event and she walked out. They didn't let her perform that day,
oh, wow.
And Lita ended up performing. So are they planting those seeds so then Trish can do,
Has Trish, you think she's making a comeback?
No, it can be a short-term thing.
Yeah.
It could be a short-term thing. Like Lita right now, Lita is the women's tag team champion.
Yeah.
It's a short-term thing. But either that's the only thing I see. But if they don't turn her heel, it's going to be Becky, Lita, and Trish because I do see Becky and Lita dropping the tag team titles to Ronda Rousey and oh my God, I forgot her name.
Yeah.
I gotta hear.
I can't believe
Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler. Please, Shayna, don't kill me.
Yeah, I just blanked there for a minute.
So who you got in?
Like the same as you. I mean, Lita and
Lita, Trish, and
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I believe in their story and their role better, like you said.
Okay, very good. So now let's go to the next match, and here we have 3 more matches. Let's talk about the women's SmackDown Women's Championship: Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh man, I mean, Charlotte's the greatest of all time.
Right.
That's it. So she deserves to win. Is this? I know that Rhea is also on the deserving end as well. I just don't know if it's time yet. I think this is a great time for her to showcase and show what she has, but I'm picking Charlotte Flair.
I'm going with Rhea.
Yeah?
I'm going with Rhea. I think Rhea and Dominic are going to celebrate Saturday night. Big time. I think Rhea, even though Charlotte and Asuka are my favorite female wrestlers.
Yeah.
But I think Rhea Ripley has been the main, she has been the MVP in the women's division this year, even though most of the year she has not been in the women's division. She's been involved with Judgment Day with the men's stuff.
Yeah.
But she has been the MVP. As a female, she has been the MVP, and she has had so much impact in the male division that I think is going to translate. And she already lost to Charlotte before WrestleMania. So I think that now they're going to let Rhea win.
Right.
And I hope it can carry over because we have seen Rhea win before WrestleMania and he has not carried over. So hopefully this time, now with this new character and her feeling more comfortable, I think she's ready.
I see it being a brutal, technical, all-out match. I mean,
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised as the main event. But there's 2 matches that might be the main event. And here goes one of your favorites right here. So let me fix my microphone. Sorry if you hear the noises here because you don't hear the noises probably. I apologize. All right? But I want to talk about Seth Rollins and Logan Paul.
Oh, man. I mean, Logan Paul's not going to be around. I mean, he's here to, like you said, to bring a fan base, to bring a certain fan base, and maybe to hopefully make them wrestling fans. But I don't think he stands a chance, Seth Rollins, all day.
Okay, very good. I also think that Seth Rollins is going to win. I think we finally agree. Is this the first time we agree?
Yeah, but we also didn't tell everyone that you usually win. You usually have the most picks.
No.
I usually am
Usually the
terrible
kids
at
are the
this.
ones that win. One of the kids end up winning. The kids.
I think Zach won.
Yeah. Every time we do this, the kids don't even know who they're picking. They start picking people and
They
they
just
end up
pick.
winning. But I think Seth. I think Seth is due. Seth has been losing a lot in
He has.
this past year. He lost to Cody, you know, and
He's on fire right now.
yeah, he lost to Roman, and he's probably the most interesting character there is out there. I like his character. I think he found himself also with that laugh, all that. I really think.
What about the wardrobe? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He has turned himself into a complete superstar.
He has.
So Seth Rollins all the way,
He's oozing charisma.
right? And not talk about oozing. Let's talk about Uzi.
We'll see.
So this might be the main event of the night. Any of those three, the Charlotte or Rhea, Seth Rollins or Logan Paul, or the Usos defending the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
I mean, the whole bloodline's coming down, so Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for sure.
Wow, that quick.
I'm done. I mean, I really feel like the build-up's there. I feel like they've been due diligence. I feel like, I mean, how many days have they been champions? I mean, it's just everyone's ready for a change.
So mic drop. It's over.
Mic drop, it's over. Everyone all the way around on it, done.
So I agree. I think this should be the last match of the night.
Yeah.
I think they should go off WrestleMania night one with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens celebrating the tag team titles championship. Some years back, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens wrestled WrestleMania. That should have been the main event, and they didn't allow them. Sami Zayn has been I talk about Rhea Ripley being the MVP of the women's division. Sami Zayn has been the MVP of the male division. You know, it's not even close.
It's crazy.
So I think those two together, they can finally say we main evented at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And also the Usos, because when is going to be the next time you're going to see the Usos main event at WrestleMania? So it's not going to happen. I think Seth Rollins is going to have other opportunities. He has done it before. Charlotte has done it before. I think the Usos and Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens should main event day one.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
And with this whole bloodline storyline that has been building for a year now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, even though they've been holding the titles for so long, it has been an amazing story.
It has been.
It has been an amazing story. So
I believed so much that Jay was going to go with Sammy. I mean, so much. I was like, and then when he turned around and super kicked him, I was like, oh, I can't believe I fell for that.
yeah.
I mean, I took a hook, line, and sinker.
I knew it because they were still tag team champions. If they weren't champions, then I would have thought the other way.
Yeah.
But now let's go to night two.
Okay, let's do it.
Things getting interesting, right? And night two has 2, 4, 6 matches. Let's start with the fatal four-way or the four-way women tag team match. You got Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Natalya and Shotzi, and Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville.
I really like Raquel's character. I really like her as her experience, skills, everything she has, the back muscle, all of it. I mean, I like kind of like the big little tag team duos, kind of like Strowman and Ricochet. I like that. I mean, Liv Morgan's no slouch. She's a fireball, you know. But I think her and Raquel can have dominance now. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, that's also. So I'm torn between the two of them. I'm going to go Baszler and Rousey.
Okay. You know, sorry again for my cough. Do you know Raquel? You know who Raquel Rodriguez's boyfriend is?
Yeah, it's Strowman.
Right, so they work out. They work out.
Oh,
They work out.
She's a beast, man. She's great.
I'm also going to go Ronda and Shayna. Ronda has been pushing for this tag team for so long, and I think they can be the most dominant tag team, and they can make things interesting and just keep them away for singles individuals because they hurt so many individual single division that they wiped out the whole division. Keep them as a tag team, and I think that'll be good for them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, let's go with the and it is official. The card WWE posted on Twitter. I just didn't see that part. Let's go with Brock Lesnar, Omos.
Brock Lesnar and Omos. So I know that Omos in the beginning, you know, they were commenting on they were trying to put him over too quickly.
Right.
And that his skills weren't there yet. But I think he's really coming along with it. I think him and MVP kind of work well together. I really like Lesnar's character, but like you said, how much longer does Lesnar have? I want to see Lesnar win. That's what I want. But I'm going Brock Lesnar. I just can't. He's just so good. I just don't. I mean, Omos is so much bigger than him, but just, I don't know, just the talent that he has, the strength that he has, I don't know.
I almost had you sold on Omos. Almost.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. MVP you say MVP and Omos make a good team. MVP has been speaking so much about Brock Lesnar, milestones on WrestleMania, and beating Undertaker, all that stuff. And that, for me, tells me that they're probably setting that up so then Omos can beat Brock Lesnar. And they can say, oh, we beat the guy who beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Is that going to happen? I don't know. The only way I see Omos winning is if Bobby Lashley joins MVP and Omos. And you know how him and Brock Lesnar have a rivalry, which is the rivalry that has not been settled yet. So if Bobby Lashley costs Brock Lesnar, but I'm going to go with Brock still. Yeah. I don't think Bobby Lashley's going to jump in. That's just my scenario for Omos win. But I'm going to go with Brock Lesnar. I think Brock Lesnar is due too. He's been losing to lately a lot. So him and Seth Rollins have been on a losing streak, so they need to get back on the winning streak. All right? Let's go with the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair versus Asuka.
Why don't you start on this one?
Asuka. Mic drop. Listen, I'm the biggest Bianca Belair fan. My wife can tell you, the kids can tell you, when she won at WrestleMania, I was there. I was the happiest guy. But Asuka, to me, I say Asuka and Charlotte are my favorite two female wrestlers. And Asuka's due, I think. They bring back the old Asuka. Now that Triple H is running thing, like she was the NXT. And I just think that Asuka is going to beat her and it's going to start something special for summer.
Yeah. I'm with you. My wife and I love Bianca Belair. We remember watching her at NXT in Fort Pierce, and I remember making jokes about her hair being like Indiana Jones' whip.
Right.
And she is so talented and so awesome. But Asuka, she's just a step above. They're both like top competitors, right, with Charlotte Flair, I think. And the athleticism that Bianca brings is incredible. But I do love that Asuka's going more back to her roots. I love the blue mist.
Right.
I like all of it. So I'm Asuka. Yeah.
Especially this year, Great Muta retiring.
Yeah, I know, right?
Going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
So let's go with the Workmen's Championship, Intercontinental Championship. Gunther, who has done a great job as the champion, versus Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Triple threat match.
I think that Sheamus is the most deserving, but Gunther, I saw pictures of him in NXT. He doesn't even look like the same person.
No, when he was Walter, he was heavier, all that stuff, yeah.
It's crazy. He looks believable as a general. It's great.
And you can tell that he has worked, his body and everything.
He's worked. He's put the effort into it, but I think, if I remember, this is the one that Sheamus has always wanted and hasn't gotten. Right. So that's why I'm going for Sheamus. But I do think that it's right there with Gunther. But I also think that McIntyre is very deserving. I think people tend to forget how long he's been.
Right.
It was out a while, made a comeback. I almost believed he was going to take out Roman Reigns for a very short second. Right. So I think it's going to be a heck of a fight. It could be a toss-up last second, but I'm putting it on Sheamus.
I am also going with Sheamus. I love the storyline of he's been fighting Gunther for majority of this year, of this past year, and they have had so great matches, and just the storyline when he won the championship, Drew McIntyre now's involved in the match, all that stuff. I think sets him up for a beautiful WrestleMania moment for Sheamus, who is well deserving of that WrestleMania moment.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with Sheamus. All right. And we have, 2 more matches. Hell in a Cell.
That's gonna be a good one.
Edge versus Finn Balor.
Oh my gosh. I just hope that the rumors I'm hearing and reading online are true, because when I go to CCW events and I get to see Gangrel,
Right.
and I get to take pictures, like, I just want to see the Brood make an appearance. So that
Right.
have you seen these little teasers that possibly? Now, I mean, that means that Tony Khan would have to be okay with Christian.
No, I think they're just gonna, if they're gonna do a Brood thing, it's gonna be just Edge by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think?
Yeah, I don't
I mean, they're both available. It would be awesome. See the bloodbath for a minute.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
But I'm going with,
That's just my opinion.
I don't know, because see, you're at it again. Like, so Finn Balor, he was on top, and then he got hurt, and then he hasn't been able to get back on top. He went back to the NXT, and now he's back. He's reinvented himself, and I think his character's great.
Right.
And I think Edge's character is great. I mean, that's a tough one, because how much, I mean, Edge is making a legitimate comeback. He has.
Right.
But it could be at an end. So, oof. So I'm going to do one where I want to say Edge, but I'm going to go Finn Balor.
I'm gonna go with Finn Balor too. Especially he coming with the demon persona.
Is he doing the demon persona?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, that changed. Yeah. Finn Balor for sure.
So I'm gonna go with Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor gotta have all the momentum going. He's also another guy like I said about Brock and Seth Rollins, who has been losing a lot this year, and you need to get him on the right track and make him the real leader of Judgment Day.
Yeah.
I feel bad that what's his name, the big guy? Damian Priest is the only one in the Dutchman who's gonna be in WrestleMania card, you know?
Yeah.
I wish he was. He might be in Finn Balor's corner. He might help him win.
He could be in.
So-
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be a part of
Right.
it in some facet.
So now we go into the main event. What we all be waiting for.
Yeah.
Undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, right? Versus the American Nightmare, trying to finish the story, Cody Rhodes.
All right, man. This is your house and your show. You got to take it. On this. You got to. This is a big one. This is the biggest one.
Cody Rhodes.
All day.
I could see Roman winning because it has happened all this the last couple. Well, he's been a champion for over 2 years. It has happened when you think that somebody has his number. You mentioned Drew McIntyre earlier, Sami Zayn, all these people when he fought Edge and Daniel Bryan in a triple threat match. I think that everybody, Brock Lesnar too, Seth Rollins, everybody thinks that they have Roman Reigns' number, but they don't. But this feels different.
Yeah.
This thing with Cody feels different. And I think they're going to do right by Cody. They're going to do right by the Rhodes family. And they're going to do right by all the hard work that Cody's been doing, because it's not only about the Rhodes family, it's all the work that he has done to become a superstar. Yeah. So, and I think he's the right guy. What do you think?
I mean, and the fact that he's, he built up AEW to be what it was.
Right.
And then he came back, and, I mean, that's got to be hard to do.
Right.
To face all that. And then, so his match with Seth Rollins bought me in for life. Like,
Right.
when he fought with that injury, you can't tell me that was fake. I don't buy that as gimmick at all. That was it. So that sold me. And at the end of the day, the Usos and Paul Heyman and all of them and Roman Reigns, they're gonna.
And Solo.
And Solo. Well, he hasn't been in it as long, but I see all of those guys taking a cruise and saying we need to take a break because they've been at it.
Right.
But I see this is, like I said, to bring back, to just hold the honor of the Rhodes family. I think this is it. I would love to see his brother a part of it somewhere, like at his ring.
I wish they're not gonna do it. That would be amazing if he wins the championship and Dustin come out.
Oh my gosh,
that would be amazing.
It would be so good.
So, you mentioned to me something off camera, and let's talk about surprises. Who you think might be a surprise for you?
I think Gangrel coming out with the Brood is a possibility.
Right.
I've been seeing him wrestle at the CCW matches. He still has it.
Okay.
I would love to see Tony Khan let Christian come out just for the night to
So the Brood.
show a bloodbath. I think that would be awesome. The only thing I'm still questioning is how are we going to have an LA WrestleMania without LA
Knight?
I mean, there's been nothing there.
Very interesting you said that. Because I talked to you off cameras about Bobby Lashley might doing an open challenge. What if LA Knight does the open challenge and Bobby Lashley answers it?
I mean, I see Bobby wiping the floor with him.
Yeah, that's the point. I mean, but and it's funny because I think LA Knight is so gifted.
Yeah.
And I think him getting squashed the way he's been is just part of them building him up.
It is.
Because, dude, he reminds me of the Rock on the microphone.
Yeah.
On the microphone, he reminds me of the Rock.
I hated his first gimmick he did with that tennis, the
Yeah,
male
yeah,
model
the male
thing.
model, yeah.
But I mean, this is his whole. I mean, it's.
Well, that's
I
what
love
he's
it.
always been. That's what he's always been. So they let him go back to his roots.
Yeah, I kind of see a little. I mean, the mic is great. I see a little Dean Malenko in him. I see a little bit of that old school like WCW kind of charisma coming out in him.
Right.
But yeah, I like his character.
And also, I would like to see as a surprise Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Randy Orton would be great. He has been a mentor for all these young guys. Last couple of years, he has grown so much, and he's just the most naturally talented guy ever, I think.
Yeah.
Or,
He's the best.
or Big E, like I said, have Bobby Lashley or LA Knight come out, do an open challenge, and Big E comes out.
I got another one for you because I just saw in the new figure release that WWE just in their new figures, the new series, you got Rick Boogs, and he was just with his new hair and everything.
Right.
Did you see the promo where he was like right in front? His arms were like this big.
Right.
I really like his character.
But I just don't believe in him.
You don't believe in him?
No, like you mentioned with Dominic earlier.
Yeah.
I don't believe in him. I might be wrong. Prove me wrong.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, to me, they have him like I talked about Otis earlier. It's a funny guy, and you're going to want to take him a little more seriously.
Yeah, you're right.
So we'll see. Well, buddy, this has been great.
It's been
I
awesome,
can't wait.
man.
I can't wait for the Saturday and Sunday.
I can't wait, man,
All right.
for the food and the wrestling. It's going to be great.
Right, it's going to be great. And this starts tomorrow night with SmackDown, the Hall of Fame, and then the whole weekend. So we're going to be eating a lot of wings, a lot of pizza, a lot of fries,
Yeah.
and we're ready for it.
It's going to be great, man.
But it's always good having you with me.
You too,
Thank
man.
you.
Thank you, man.
All right.